The f is that in the woods?
From an animalistic scream echoing through the still and silent forest to the brief appearance of a mysterious bipedal creature on a dark, snow-covered trail in Russia, these are some of the most bone-chilling encounters you wouldn't believe if they hadn't been caught on camera. Deep in the wilderness of Gum Hill, hidden within the Allegheny Mountains, two friends set out for an adventure. One filmed as the other rode an ATV against the rushing current of a narrow upstream, unaware that something unsettling was watching them from the trees. Everything seemed normal. The friend with the camera kept recording his friend as he rode through the shallow stream, enjoying the moment. But as the one on the ATV drifted farther upstream, the mood began to change. Faint cracks echoed from the forest, wood snapping, branches breaking like something heavy was moving through the trees, getting closer. And then he saw it. It was a tall humanoid bipedal creature estimated to be around 7 feet tall, wading across the river. Its movements slow, deliberate, almost unnatural. He froze, heart pounding, and pointed frantically toward E, shouting for his friend to look. The creature didn't react. It simply kept walking, vanishing silently into the dense forest, as if it had never been there at all. To this day, many believe this footage stands as some of the clearest and most convincing evidence of Bigfoot's existence. Yet, skeptics remain, insisting it's nothing more than another elaborate internet hoax. One of humanity's oldest fears is the fear of the dark. But is it really the darkness itself that terrifies us? Or is it the thought of what might be lurking within it? This brave YouTuber, equipped with only a camera and a flashlight, ventured deep into the forest in the dead of night. The air was cold and still. The only sounds were the crunch of leaves beneath her boots and the faint hum of insects in the distance.
Hope it doesn't mess up the night either. I just thought I saw eyes. Hold on. Is that eyes? Hold on. I saw them right in. Is it blinking? Sorry guys, hold on. It's not showing up on the camera. Oh, here we go. Of course, that branch is gonna be right in the way to get it. Anyway, there's eye shine in there or something.
The eerie atmosphere was enough to drive any ordinary person insane, but she pressed on, forcing herself to ignore the creeping sense of fear that tugged at her nerves. Everything seemed to be going fine, until that unsettling feeling returned. With every step, it grew stronger, as though unseen eyes were following her through the darkness.
Everybody's trying to get their last camping weekend in. It's supposed to be cold and stuff here for a while, I think. Or it might be in a couple of weeks. I don't know. I don't keep up with the weather very much. I'm just trying to talk over this music. Come on, guys. Hurry, break something for me. Run across. Do something. I heard it screaming further in this music. I don't know where I can still hear it. We must be on the water.
After some time, she stopped for a moment and began to investigate her surroundings. She couldn't shake the feeling that she had been followed the entire time, and the faint sound of hissing reached her ears, though she couldn't tell whether it came from a forest creature or something else.
Come on. I can't catch the ball. It's going off. Woo! Guys, see? Why is it changing it to yellow? Hello, I see you playing with that ball. Hello, I see you playing with that ball. Water. Someone just splashed the water.
Suddenly, something started hurling objects at her from the darkness. small, sharp thuds echoing through the trees, panic set in as she realized the unseen presence was drawing closer. Each movement deliberate, predatory. The air felt heavy, charged with dread. Her instinct screamed at her to run.
It's okay, I'll be back. I'm not gonna... They're freaking out. Oh, I got so far to go. I keep hearing stuff, but I don't see anything. And they're little micro movements. So it could be a bug on a leaf, and it's freaking me out. And that chomp chomp noise I heard, I didn't like that. I'll admit, there's another pine tree. Walking. I don't remember where that bone was. Somewhere through here.
It was December 4th, 2022. While hiking through a remote stretch of woodland, this man came across a small, isolated body of water. Feeling fatigued, he decided to stop and take a short break. He set down his equipment and began scanning the area, documenting his surroundings as part of his usual outdoor routine.
Alright, put that there and I'll put my camera away in a minute. Just got to see what this is.
And there it was, a faint movement behind the rocks caught his eye as he slowly panned his camera. The lens settled on a tall, black figure standing motionless in the shadows. But the instant it realized it was seen, it jerked back into hiding, swallowed by the darkness as if it had never been there at all. The latter part of the footage was put in slow motion and some parts were zoomed in, and indeed, there seemed to have been a black humanoid creature that was captured by the camera. A group of Russian trail explorers were traversing a frozen path late at night, their snowmobile cutting through the darkness. The trail was desolate, the cold biting at the air. Beyond the faint glow of their headlights, there was nothing, only an endless stretch of pitch-black wilderness. They chatted among themselves, exchanging light jokes to ease the tension of the long, cold journey. The steady hum of the snowmobile was the only sound breaking the stillness of the night. For a time, everything appeared calm, the men focused, the path ahead clear. But that sense of ease would soon change. The men began to panic, shouting over one another in disbelief. None of them could comprehend what they had just seen. For only a brief moment, the figure appeared, low to the ground, moving on all fours, before vanishing back into the darkness as quickly as it had emerged.
Поехали, поехали, нафиг он нужен, блин. Какой это лось, ты видел, как бежит? Поехали, поехали, потом.
After moving forward only a few meters, the driver suddenly threw the vehicle into reverse, desperate to get away from the area. None of them knew what they had just witnessed or whether it was hostile. The thought that there could be more of those things out there, hidden and watching from the darkness, sent a chill through the group as they sped back down the trail. It was October 31st, 2012. A group of friends set out to camp in the remote outskirts of Provo Canyon. The footage begins with the camera aimed at the ground before slowly panning toward a nearby hillside. The person holding the camera appears to have noticed something, though it's unclear at first what exactly they were trying to capture.
can't see it. What's it doing?
According to the group, they had spotted a deer while making their way up the trail and decided to follow it, hoping to get a closer look. When they reached the area, however, they noticed something unusual. At first, they assumed it was a bear standing near the trees, but the longer they looked, the more they realized that something about it wasn't right.
Does he think it's a bear? You think there's a bear up here next to the deer?
Then, the figure stood upright and the group froze in shock. What they saw before them was neither a bear nor a deer, but something far larger. In that moment, they realized they might be staring at the creature of myth and legend itself, Bigfoot.
Yeah, we probably should be too close to it, huh? Oh, cool though.
Without hesitation, the group turned and fled the scene in a panic, driven by pure instinct and fear.
Let's go.
They say men are meant to be fearless, that admitting fear is a sign of weakness, but is it truly weakness to be afraid of the unknown? In this footage, a YouTuber known as English Woodman ventures deep into the wilderness. Armed with nothing wasted more than a few pieces of camping gear, a camera, and a flashlight, determined to face whatever might be waiting in the dark. The video begins with English Woodsman speaking enthusiastically to his viewers, explaining his plans for the day's camping trip and sharing a few thoughts about the future of his channel. It all seems like a typical outdoor vlog.
Right, so tonight I'm just doing a quick bivvy bag camp. Like work life, you take vacations off work, weeks off work. I'm doing that with YouTube, so this will be the last video that I upload for a week or two now. I just need a little bit of time off camera.
After a few minutes of walking, he finally found a good spot to set up camp. He quickly unpacked his gear, pitched his tent, and took a short rest before doing anything else. But it wasn't long before he began to notice strange things happening around him.
We're going to be out Friday night, but I'm going away Saturday, so I've got a bit of a drive as well, so I didn't want to be tired, and it's going to throw it down Friday night as well, and rain camping is really good. Is that a badger? Hello?
You could hear the sound of footsteps moving around the woods. Woods was visibly startled by what had just happened and immediately stood up to assess the situation. As he rose to his feet, the look of shock on his face was unmistakable. Whatever had just occurred still hadn't quite sunk in.
Just my heart's beating a bit quickly. Apart from them in the distance playing whatever they're doing, whatever sport they're doing, football or something, I've just heard like someone walked literally past me. And I mean literally walked past me. That is strange.
After some time, Woods eventually calmed down and went back to sitting by his campsite. He continued filming, speaking to his viewers through the camera, as if nothing had happened, though a hint of unease still lingered in his voice.
Standard tent camping, maybe some hammock camping, but we are going to seriously, when I say we, I'm on about myself obviously, really I'm going to start doing a lot of camping.
But it wasn't long before Woods heard the sound of footsteps again, this time much closer and unmistakably clear.
There's that noise again now. Hello? Hello? There's nobody here. And it sounds like something's just walking around.
He continued to hear strange noises coming from the forest, and with each passing second, the fear within him grew stronger, spreading through his mind like a quiet panic he couldn't ignore.
How can I that? It's like it's just there.
Woods couldn't take it anymore. He was visibly frantic, convinced that whatever was stalking him was just waiting for the perfect moment to make its move. Without wasting any more time, he decided to pack up and leave, searching for another place to camp.
I can't stay here now. I want to be a wimp. I don't care if people call me a wimp in the comments, but I can't stay here. I'm too unsettled. I'm nervous. I've done camping like this a load of times. I think I'm going to go find somewhere else to get this bivvy set up. But I'm leaving this spot.
TikToker ScareBear0 posted door camera footage from a residence located on the outskirts of the Appalachian Hills. At the start of the video, a woman can be seen walking slowly from the right side of the frame, alone in the dead of night. As she moved closer, the woman suddenly stopped and asked if she could be let inside. Her voice sounded faint but carried an unsettling tone that immediately put the homeowner on edge. Just moments later, her behavior shifted. She dropped to all fours and began crawling toward the door like an animal. The motion was slow and deliberate, her shadow stretching across the porch as the security light flickered above. For a few tense seconds, she remained there, moving closer and closer. Once again, the woman stood up and began begging to be let inside the house. Her tone grew more desperate with each plea, but the homeowner refused every time, watching anxiously through the door camera. Despite being turned away repeatedly, she continued to insist. The homeowner had finally reached his limit. He waited until the mysterious Appalachian woman drew closer to the door, and when she did, he triggered a powerful beam of light, bright enough to blind the human eye if stared at for too long. The sudden flash flooded the porch in white light, briefly revealing her silhouette before she recoiled and disappeared into the darkness. Human curiosity often knows no bounds, but there are times when we should learn to hold it back to know when not to let it take control. Because when that line is crossed, what comes next isn't always something we're ready to face. Apparently, this was something vlogger Dustin Fraser wasn't prepared for. Fraser and a friend of his wanted to explore this abandoned house in the middle of nowhere for a YouTube content.
We are here at Elkmont. So, we are going in the first house. Oh, Justin's here.
I'm shivering.
He's cold. So, let's go. Yeah, they've been working on them for quite a while. But, like, look at the different, I don't know, just how they built, like.
The house was unsettlingly quiet, its silence heavy enough to press down on anyone who entered. Each creaking step through the darkened halls carried an unshakable sense of being watched, an invisible presence that seemed to linger just beyond sight.
Ooh, something about that. And stuff. Jeez, fuck.
As Fraser moved through the house, he passed the bathroom unaware that, for a fleeting moment, a head had appeared from the left side of the doorway. Whatever it was vanished as quickly as it emerged, leaving Fraser to continue on, never realizing what had been watching him from the dark.
Oh, here's this. This is the bathroom I was talking about. I'm scared we're gonna break this. Oh, God. There ain't no lights.
When they finally decided to explore the corridors, an unexpected sound stopped them in their tracks. They stood still, listening closely, unsure of what they had just heard. Moments later, it came again. This time, a chilling animalistic scream echoing through the dark hallways. What they heard next would send them running for their lives.
Don't run, just... Go.
They sprinted toward their car as fast as they could, panic driving every step, while whatever was behind them seemed to be closing in. In that moment, only one thought consumed their minds: escape.
Where did it go?
Next up, we have this chilling footage uploaded on TikTok, a video that's left countless viewers in disbelief over what it seemed to capture. Just seconds in, the camera pans toward the woods and locks onto a pair of glowing eyes hidden among the trees, staring back, unblinking, piercing through the cold, dark night.
The f is that? The f is that in the woods? Hello? Hello?
Then, out of nowhere, he heard a distant scream echoing through the night. Startled, he got up from bed and tried to see where it was coming from. Slowly, he approached his door, reached for the handle, and what happened next will leave you in shock. In the early morning hours of May 30th, 2024, a trucker picking up equipment in Alberta, Canada, spotted something that would leave him shaken as his headlights swept across the edge of a rural, industrial site. He saw a massive upright figure standing motionless near the tree line. Later, footage recovered from his dash camera confirmed the sighting, capturing a brief image of the beast as the truck drove in. Based on the video, the creature was estimated to stand nearly 10 feet tall. The trucker didn't spot the creature until he was outside his rig, heading toward the equipment he was supposed to load. The moment he caught sight of it standing by the tree line, he froze, then bolted back to his truck and tore off the site without looking back. The video opens with a man exploring a hiking trail in the dark. However, there's something unsettling about the place. Scattered all around are random objects, discarded items with no clear purpose or pattern, and the reason behind their presence remains a mystery. He then continues to explore the place, only to find more eerie discoveries. What could have possibly been the meaning of all this? It started like any other day for the YouTuber, out in the woods filming mushrooms for his channel. The footage looked calm, ordinary, until he began hearing strange noises in the background.
Well, there's certainly no shortage of the pheasant-back mushrooms out here. These look pretty big.
What was supposed to be a fun and exhilarating mushroom hunting vlog suddenly took a dark turn. Out of nowhere, an inhuman, blood-curdling scream pierced the stillness of the forest, echoing between the trees. The sound was so raw and unnatural that it froze him in place for a split second, sending chills racing down his spine.
And there's one over here. Looks like it's holding some water. Huh?
Without wasting another moment, he made up his mind. It was time to go. He immediately ended the video and fled the area as fast as he could.
I think it's time to go.
From unsettling clips of devilish witches knocking at your door to the heart-stopping footage of a cave explorer plunging into a claustrophobic nightmare, and even eerie encounters with curious alien unknown flying object. When your doorbell rings, take a cautious glance through the peephole or window first, just to be sure who or what is on the other side, because trust me, you never know when something as unsettling as this could be waiting for you. This spine-chilling video was posted on TikTok by a homeowner who thought his DoorDash had arrived. But what he saw was far from a bag of takeout. In the clip, we see the homeowner nervously filming from the window, and outside stands a terrifying figure, eerily still, staring directly at the window. The figure's appearance is horrifying. A face and clothing that closely resemble a witch straight out of folklore. The homeowner mentioned that there was this constant, insistent knocking at his door. But every time he checked, no one was there except this creepy figure lurking by a nearby tree. I have no idea what that thing is, but one thing's for sure. If that's a DoorDash driver, it's got to be one straight from the depths of hell. It's always adorable when kids leave tiny footprints on the floor or furniture. But things take a truly terrifying turn when you spot one of those prints on a 20-foot-high window. This bizarre clip was recorded by a mother who, while tidying up her house, noticed a small footprint on a window. But here's the eerie part. The window was 20 feet high, and there was absolutely no way a child could have reached it. To make matters even stranger, the footprint was upside down, suggesting that whatever left it was coming down from the roof. The woman zooms out in the video, showing the sheer height of the window. And honestly, my brain can't even begin to figure out how a human, let alone a child, could pull that off upside down. It's unsettling, to say the least. Maybe this wasn't a human footprint at all. Whoever, or whatever, left it might just be lurking on the roof at night. Creepy stuff. There are some things in the world that should simply never happen. Like, for example, a vehicle crashing into an overhead gantry sign. But somehow, this guy managed to pull off exactly that. In this video, we see a trailer smashed into an overhead gantry sign, standing almost vertically, defying all logic. I mean, how on earth does a trailer even end up in this position? It didn't crash into another vehicle, didn't hit a regular road sign. Nope, it went straight for the overhead gantry sign. The video shows rescue crews working to get the trailer back down to the ground, using rope to carefully pull it down, and thankfully they managed to do it successfully. It's honestly baffling. My mind is spinning trying to figure out how this even happened. Did another car somehow bump it up into the air? Was the sign lower than it should have been? Or did the driver just completely misjudge everything? Whatever the cause, it's one of those moments where you just shake your head and say, only God knows how that went down. When you think of river monsters, the Loch Ness Monster is probably the first thing that comes to mind. But hold on, this next video might just introduce you to a creature that's even more monstrous. This video, originally uploaded to YouTube, is downright spine-chilling. At first, we see a peaceful view of the sea, everything looking calm and serene, until it's not. If you look closely in the distance, something strange starts to emerge on the surface of the water. A long, shadowy figure stretches across the waves, and within moments, a massive serpent-like creature rises from the depths. Its enormous head and winding tail break the surface, looking like something straight out of a nightmare. This thing is monstrous. After a brief appearance, the creature dives back into the water. This was filmed at Ballston Beach, Massachusetts, and what you just saw has been dubbed a sea serpent. But before you start packing up to avoid the water, I've got to give you a little relief. This terrifying creature is actually crafted by a Hollywood visual effects team, and to be fair, they did an incredibly convincing job. It's amazing what technology can make us believe these days. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Clouds are usually beautiful to look at, until they start swirling. When you see one of these ominous formations in the sky, trust me, it's time to run for cover. This video was recorded by a homeowner who caught something truly eerie, a strange portal-like swirl opening up in the clouds. In the footage, you can see dark, menacing clouds filling the sky, and right in the middle of them, a swirling vortex begins to form. Ferocious thunder rumbles as the swirl seems to pull everything toward it, almost like a portal to another dimension. This sight may look mesmerizing, but don't let that fool you. It's an early warning of something far more dangerous. Swirling clouds like this are exactly how tornadoes begin. First, it's just a horizontal swirl high up in the sky, but as it grows larger, it reaches toward the ground and can shift its orientation, transforming into a deadly funnel. So while it might look captivating, it's actually the prelude to a potential disaster. Stay alert and stay safe. Growing up, one of my biggest fears was the thought of an alien invasion on Earth. And this video has somehow turned that fear into reality. Well, sort of.
Oh my god, where's Daddy? Oh my god, I got goosebumps. Hurry!
What you just saw was captured in Palmdale, California, where a girl spotted something bizarre in the night sky that left her completely baffled. In the clip, you can see hundreds of blinking lights moving in unison. As they move, the lights keep blinking, giving off the vibe of unknown flying objects drifting silently above. However, before we start thinking it's an alien invasion, there's probably a more grounded explanation. These could very well be those synchronized drones programmed to form shapes and patterns in the sky. But I have to admit, seeing the night sky filled with all those lights moving like that, Yeah, it still looks pretty creepy. Imagine driving down a road in Canada when suddenly you spot a moose crossing ahead. But wait, it looks like a spider. Yep, this video is exactly that. What in the world is that? This footage comes from a driver who spotted something downright bizarre. A moose with a spider-like twist. Instead of the usual 4 legs, this guy appears to have 8. And the way those legs are moving so seamlessly together gives off some serious spider vibes. People on Reddit have even started calling this creature the spider moose. But before you start freaking out about mutant moose, let me shatter that illusion for you. What's really happening here is that this spider moose is actually 2 moose walking side by side. The extra set of legs, they belong to the second moose, which is perfectly aligned, giving us this eerie illusion. If you look closely, you can spot the second moose's head at certain points in the video. It's just a clever trick of the camera, but man, did it look convincing at first glance. Our oceans teem with a fascinating array of creatures, each unique and captivating in its own way. One such creature that has captured the human imagination for centuries is the sea anemone.
Oh my god! What?
This video was uploaded to Facebook by a user who stumbled upon what looked like some strange green vegetation growing in the water. Naturally, the camera guy was curious and wanted to share the discovery with us. So, what does he do? He touches it. And the moment his finger makes contact, the creature starts contracting, folding in on itself like it's retreating. All those leafy-looking arms curl up, and within seconds, it transforms into this dark, twisted mass, totally different from what it was a moment before. This fascinating creature is known as a sea anemone. They're predators, often found in blue or purple shades, but in this case, we're seeing a rare green variety that looks more like a plant than a sea creature. It's amazing how nature surprises us, don't you think? Next video gives us a rare, up-close view of what it's like to be inside the mouth of a shark. And spoiler alert, it's not as terrifying as you might think. Yes, that's what the inside of a shark looks like. This footage comes from a diver's camera that was unfortunately chomped on by a shark. One of the sharks in the group grabbed the camera, giving us a jaw-dropping, literally, perspective from inside its mouth. The view reveals the shark's inner mouth, which looks surprisingly rubbery and all white. You can even spot slight gaps where its gills are, making for a strange and fascinating sight. The texture inside is quite similar to the shark's white belly, smooth and fleshy. After gnawing on the camera for a bit, the shark decided it wasn't tasty enough and spat it out, leaving us with this unique footage. It's a rare capture for sure, but hey, maybe next time the shark will swallow the camera, so we can see what its stomach looks like too. Nature's power is truly terrifying, not just because of how intense it can get, but because it's something we humans simply can't stop. This next clip is a prime example of that. This video was captured by a store employee as they found themselves trapped inside during a fierce typhoon. The camera is pointed at the street outside, and wow, the wind is absolutely ferocious. You can hear the deafening whooshing sound like a wild beast roaring through the city. The mist is flying past at breakneck speed, swirling in the air like it's a scene straight out of the Wild West. But instead of sand, it's mist being whipped around. I honestly can't imagine stepping outside into that chaos. It's the kind of wind that looks like it could pick you up and toss you down the street. Watching it gives you a real sense of just how powerless we are in the face of nature's raw, unstoppable force. Pretty scary stuff. Japan is renowned for its stunningly efficient and swift bullet trains. But there's a darker, more eerie side to its train stations that often goes unnoticed. This video, captured by a Reddit user, offers a haunting glimpse of a Japanese station in the dead of night. The footage reveals an eerily deserted platform shrouded in darkness, with only a few sparse lights casting feeble glows at the edges. The rest of the station seems to dissolve into endless abyss of shadows, creating a chilling atmosphere. As the video progresses, you feel the weight of the emptiness and isolation, the kind of scene that might fit perfectly in a murder mystery thriller. The train's arrival momentarily breaks the silence, but the unsettling feeling lingers. This clip captures the unsettling side of nighttime travel, reminding us that beneath the sleek and modern exterior, there can be a haunting stillness that's enough to make anyone think twice about stepping onto the tracks. I stumbled upon this video on Reddit, and let me tell you, the red blobs hanging from the ceiling are unlike anything I've ever seen. At first glance, they look kind of like fruit, but the more you watch, the weirder they get. These blobs have a strange, almost slimy texture, and there's even some goo dripping down from them. I did some research online to see if they could be spider eggs, but nothing matched what's in the video. The whole scene is seriously creepy, and it makes you wonder what these things really are. Are they some kind of unknown cave creature? Alien eggs from another world? Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe you've seen something similar before, or have an idea of what they might be. If this video turns out to be a prank, I'll seriously plead with my friends to steer clear of attempting such antics on me because I'm not sure my heart could handle it. The video hails from India, showcasing footage from a security camera. In the nighttime scene, a strange creature emerges on the street. This creature is downright weird and creepy from every angle imaginable. It boasts long humanoid legs, but lacks any upper body, with just a flat circular surface up there. The way it strolls, while maintaining balance, is genuinely unsettling. Some viewers suspect it's a prank, suggesting the person might have concealed their upper body inside their shirt. Yet, to me, it seems nearly impossible for someone to hide their entire upper body, arms, and head in such a confined space. A friend duo went missing in Poland, and when the police investigated, they found their camera abandoned in a trash bin in a local park. What they found inside was truly bone-chilling. The video the police found was recorded by those friends, and it depicts a nighttime view of a park. One friend is filming the other goofing around when suddenly, a mysterious figure enters the frame. The friends notice the stranger, but brush it off, thinking it's just someone drunk or playing a prank. However, the appearance of the stalker is unsettling, with a hunched back and a rag covering their face. As the stalker approaches, resembling a drunken person, the friends continue to play around, unaware of the danger they're in. When they feel that it is getting a bit creepy, they attempt to flee, but the stalker relentlessly pursues them with their hunched posture. The stalker in the video may very well be the key to unraveling the mystery behind their disappearance. I mean, I have seen a few drunk people in my life, but this one seemed way creepier in his motivation to continue going after them. What do you think was going on in this clip? 23 million years ago, our oceans were home to terrifyingly massive creatures, including giant sharks, squid, and many other monsters. Nowadays, many believe these creatures to be extinct, but is that really the case? This video, captured in Hoven, Iceland, reveals a massive creature disrupting the water's surface. Waves ripple out from its movements, indicating its immense size. While some may speculate that it could be a whale or another large marine animal, the location suggests otherwise. Whales typically inhabit larger water bodies, not areas like this. Even if there's a chance they still exist, they wouldn't inhabit such small water bodies. They'd prefer the open ocean. So, the question remains, what could this creature be? This next video from TikTok had viewers scratching their heads in confusion, trying to make sense of what they were seeing.
That's a pig!
In the footage, recorded by a group of friends during a nighttime drive, they stumble upon a weird animal in the middle of the road. What makes this creature so confusing is its appearance, resembling a bizarre mix of a dog and a pig. The friends themselves are puzzled, unable to identify the strange hybrid. This creature has the body of a dog, but the face and feet resemble those of a pig. Its long dog-like ears contrast with its pig-like belly, creating a truly mixed-up appearance. The unsettling part, its face. The combination of dog and pig features is downright eerie, sending shivers down your spine. While some may speculate
That's a pig!
that it's a result of genetic mutation, encountering such a creature in the dead of night is undeniably chilling. Ever witnessed a caterpillar train? Watch this. The video you just watched showcases an incredible sight. A procession of caterpillars moving in a perfectly synchronized line. Each caterpillar is linked to the one in front and behind, creating a mesmerizing train-like formation. It's truly a fascinating spectacle, but what's really happening here? Prepare to be amazed. This is actually the mating train of these caterpillars. Each caterpillar is attached to a female they're seeking to mate with, forming this orderly procession. Their destination? A pupation site where they'll bury themselves in the soil and undergo metamorphosis into cocoons. These trains can be astonishingly long, sometimes consisting of over 300 caterpillars. Witnessing phenomena like this reminds us of the countless mysteries nature holds, just waiting to be discovered. This next video gives us a glimpse into every fisherman's fantasy. Recorded on a beach in Kerala, India, the video captures a truly remarkable sight. Thousands upon thousands of fish swarming out of the water onto the beach. Fishermen can be seen eagerly collecting these fish as they flood onto the shore, looking like a scene from a dream come true for them. They use bags to gather the abundant catch. But what exactly is happening here? It's not a miracle, but rather a natural phenomenon known as the sardine run. This incredible event involves the migration of millions of sardines from their usual cool, temperate habitat to the warmer subtropical waters of the Indian Ocean, along the east coast of South Africa. So, what you witness in the video is likely the result of these fish mistaking the beach for warmer waters and swarming towards it in a frenzy. It's a spectacular sight to witness and a reminder of the wildness of nature. If the moth gave you chills, brace yourself for this video. Recorded on a beach, this video showcases a truly strange octopus-starfish hybrid creature. What sets it apart is the thousands of tiny legs covering its underside. It's as if this creature uses these legs to navigate the sandy terrain. When the family who spotted it tried pouring water on it, the creature remained unresponsive, continuing to wiggle its tiny legs underneath. It appears to be injured or distressed, as it only moves its legs while the rest of its body remains still. Unlike regular starfish with 5 arms, this one boasts 10 tentacles, each equipped with its own set of tiny legs. As for its identity and behavior, it's still a mystery. It looks like those big octopus sea monsters from movies. If you have any insights, feel free to share them in the comments below. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Imagine venturing into the depths of a forest at night, the darkness enveloping everything, and then encountering a sight that sends shivers down your spine. This video, although blurry, captures such a chilling moment. Given its size and the setting, speculation runs wild. Could this be the legendary Bigfoot, often rumored to roam secluded forests? Or might it be a bear, its stature and eyes visible, just enough to be caught on camera? Alternatively, the skeptical mind might wonder if this is a clever hoax, designed to stir up fear or excitement. The ambiguity of the footage, combined with the eerie setting, fuels the mystery. The creature remains unidentified, its intentions unclear, and its reality uncertain. If I was the man filming this video, I would have ran away as fast as possible, as the possibility of me being so close to such a creature during the night into the forest terrifies me. A chilling scenario, set deep within the woods at night, was captured in this unnerving video.
Hey!
High up in one of the towering trees, an unexpected and horrifying sight unfolds. There, amidst the dark silhouettes of the branches, is a girl. But this is no ordinary scene of a child climbing a tree. It's something far more unsettling. The girl is screaming, her cries alarming all the residents, and her movements are erratic, almost as if she's thrashing or bouncing against her will. The scene gives off an intense feeling that she might be possessed, exhibiting behavior that's typically associated with horror tales of individuals overtaken by forces beyond their control. The entire spectacle is deeply unsettling, transforming the natural setting of the woods into a backdrop for a terrifying encounter. The video leaves me with a lingering sense of dread, and the uneasy question, what could have caused such a disturbing display? There is a substance straight out of a horror movie that no one has been able to explain, even to this day.
Yeah, it's just kind of gooey and stretchy. It looks kind of like tar.
This is what many beachgoers have noticed at South Carl's.
We're exploring a series of images and clips reporting on peculiar black sticky blobs appearing along the beach. These strange substances spark a wave of curiosity and intrigue, looking so out of this world that people can't help but wonder if they've stumbled upon something alien. The first accounts of this substance dates back to 1986 in Caracas, Venezuela, but it has been appearing every now and then, and there are cases of death from this unknown substance. The blobs are unusual and captivating, creating a buzz among locals and visitors alike. They're gooey and dark, contrasting starkly with the usual beach scenery, leading to all sorts of wild guesses about their origin. Could they be some bizarre form of sea life pollution? or even evidence of extraterrestrial life? Despite almost 2 decades of study and millions of dollars spent identifying it, the cause of the substance has proven difficult, and there are still no definitive explanations as to how it appeared. I find this video very interesting, as I have never heard of this phenomenon, and it created a mystery yet to be solved. Embark on a mysterious journey into the forest at night, where the video at hand captures something truly unusual. High up in the branches of one of the trees, there's movement that catches the eye. A black, hairy figure skillfully navigating through the limbs. The creature's presence is initially obscured by the dense foliage, but as the video continues, we get a clearer view. What emerges from behind the leaves is astonishing. The creature bears a striking resemblance to what many would identify as Bigfoot, a legendary being that's been the subject of folklore and countless eyewitness accounts. Whether this is a genuine sighting of the elusive Bigfoot or just a trick of the light and shadow in the forest remains open to interpretation. Yet, the video undoubtedly offers a fascinating and unsettling encounter with something extraordinary in the still of the night. I incline to think that this video is real, and the face of the creature, with that creepy smile, gives me shivers down the spine. We're introduced to a girl, seemingly engrossed in making a video, completely oblivious to the eerie occurrence unfolding behind her. As the camera rolls, an unusual and chilling spectacle emerges from behind the wall, just over the girl's shoulder. It's a translucent figure, but its presence is subtle, not drawing any immediate attention from the girl, which adds an even more sinister layer to the unfolding scene. Unexpectedly, the creature retracts, stopping short of actual touch. This moment of near interaction frightened me. Who knows what this creature might have done? It's as if I'm watching a scene from a horror movie, where the boundary between the ordinary and the paranormal is blurred, leaving me on edge and questioning what might happen next. I recently visited Lake Como, one of the deepest lakes in Europe, and I want to share with you some strange things. The lake is known to have all sort of things at its bottom. As you can see in this clip, it is a graveyard for cars, tanks, warplanes, and all sort of things. But the lake is famous for something else, something creepier. It is said that somewhere at its bottom lies a monster called Loriosauro, similar to the one we all know at Loch Ness. The earliest sighting dates to 1946. Eyewitnesses allegedly reported seeing a reptile-like animal swimming in the waters of the lake. It is said to not be aggressive unless disturbed. However, folklore says otherwise, with some encounters being deadly. There are even earlier reports of its existence, dating as old as several hundred years, with old pictures immortalizing these claims. So if you want to visit Italy, I suggest you take a trip to this ancient lake as well. But be careful if you think of diving in the water. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. In this video, we're introduced to an extraordinary and somewhat unsettling creature that defies the usual expectations of wildlife.
شكله بد مناخ الربع. شوف راسه شوف كبره.
At first glance, the creature's head resembles that of a dog, equipped with notably sharp teeth, suggesting a fierce nature. However, as the camera continues to record, it reveals that the rest of the creature is far from what one might anticipate following the canine-like head. Instead of a dog's body, the creature boasts a form that eerily mirrors a human's, complete with a humanoid torso and an enlarged belly, which adds an unusual dimension to its appearance. The limbs are present, yet they deviate from the norm. The arms are devoid of hands, and the legs, although shorter, end in feet that bear a resemblance to human feet in their shape. The creature's skin is a distinct gray, enhancing its otherworldly look. Even more intriguing is the fact that, despite appearing unconscious, there are visible signs of breathing, making me anxious thinking about the possibility that it could wake up at any time and harm the person filming. I have no idea what this creature could be, but if you know, let us know in the comments. Imagine witnessing a scene that defies everything you know about fire and water. As the video plays, we see an individual attempting to extinguish this unusual fire with more water, intuitively thinking it will douse the flames. However, the fire only grows more intense with each attempt. This unexpected turn of events adds to the intrigue, leaving viewers puzzled and in awe. The spectacle of fire burning on water is a fascinating study in contrasts. Typically, water is the go-to extinguisher for flames, but here it seems to feed the fire instead of fighting it. This scenario might involve flammable substances floating on the water or underground gases feeding the flames from below, turning a simple act of nature into a captivating display of its complexity and mystery. I find this phenomenon extraordinary, giving life to the metaphor. Embark on a spine-tingling journey through a scene that might just challenge your beliefs in the ordinary. Out of nowhere, an eerie incident occurs. The woman's hair appears to be mysteriously pulled backward. Yet there's no one else in sight. No visible presence, no hands reaching out, nothing that could logically explain her hair's sudden movement. The room is still. The dog beside her remains undisturbed, oblivious to the strange event. This peculiar moment naturally stirs thoughts of the supernatural. Could this be the work of an unseen entity, a ghostly presence making itself known in the most unsettling way? The lack of any visible cause for the hair pulling intensifies the mystery, wrapping the scene in a cloak of the paranormal. Poor woman. If I were her, I would call a priest as soon as possible. Step into a moment of intrigue right at the entrance of a garage, where this video captures a peculiar and fascinating creature. Initially, it might seem like we're looking at a small black frog, a common enough sight in some areas. However, as the camera zooms in and we get a closer look, it becomes clear that this is no ordinary frog. The creature's head is elongated, straying from the typical round shape we associate with frogs. Even more intriguing is the absence of visible features we'd expect to see, like eyes or a mouth. This lack of identifiable characteristics adds a layer of mystery to the creature, sparking curiosity about its true nature. The video leaves me pondering several questions. Is this an unusual species of amphibian, perhaps a rare or less known variety? Could it be a creature in a transitional stage of its life? Or maybe it's something entirely different, defying our expectations of familiar wildlife. Imagine stepping into a farm field, the camera rolling, capturing the rustic charm of the countryside. Suddenly, the video zeroes in on an intriguing sight, a skunk cabbage, freshly uprooted, lying in the open field.
This is a skunk cabbage that grows down along.
This isn't just any ordinary glimpse of flora. What stands out is the extraordinary appearance of the plant, particularly its root system. As the camera focuses, the skunk cabbage reveals its otherworldly beauty. The roots are dense, intricate, and spread out in a complex network that captivates the viewer's attention. They exhibit an almost alien quality, as if this plant could belong to a landscape far removed from our earthly familiarities. The sheer uniqueness of the skunk cabbage, especially in its uprooted state, turns this simple video into a fascinating visual exploration. I am not familiar with this plant, and seeing it for the first time in this video made me think of an alien plant at first. This video unfolds in the Himalayas, capturing footage that left viewers in a state of fear and confusion. Two hikers recorded this scene as they explored the Himalayan range, spotting a large dark creature in the distance leisurely strolling around. This creature, entirely black and seemingly covered in a thick coat of fur, initially gave off the impression of a bear. However, as it came into clearer view, it became evident that it wasn't a bear due to its humanoid posture. Some viewers who have seen the video are skeptical, suggesting it may be the elusive Yeti. The Yeti, often described as an ape-like creature, has been a subject of folklore in the region. So, the question remains, what do you think this creature is? A Yeti, or perhaps something even more strange and unsettling than our familiar classifications? This video serves as a clear reminder of why it's crucial to keep a close eye on toddlers, even if it's just a few seconds. Hailing from Seattle, the footage captured by a home security camera unfolds in the backyard of a house. The camera captures a curious toddler taking tentative steps towards something in the distance, piquing their interest. However, the unsettling part is that what caught the toddler's attention wasn't the usual suspects like a cat, dog, or squirrel. It was a massive black bear. The toddler heads directly toward the imposing bear. Fortunately, just in the nick of time, the toddler's mother rushes out to retrieve them. Yet, as she gets closer, she realizes that her little one is running straight towards the bear. Acting swiftly, the mother catches her toddler and brings them safely inside. It's undeniably a close call, and we're grateful that the mother's quick actions averted a potentially dangerous situation. Thank goodness for the vigilant mom. A video was uploaded on Reddit by a user claiming to have a clip of a mountain beast captured on a bridge. In the video, you can see the edge of a forest and the shadow of what seems to be a bridge road. After a few seconds, a large shadow appears, walking on the bridge. The shadow is quite big compared to the bridge and moves around casually. Its outline resembles a humanoid, making it look like a Sasquatch. However, I'm still not completely convinced by the video. It's just a shadow, and we don't have any other evidence that this is some kind of Sasquatch. It's possible that it's just a person walking close to the light source, creating the illusion of a monstrous shadow. However, even if it was a human, I can imagine being really scared if I were there and saw that. Even if you believe you've witnessed all the wonders of nature, the animal kingdom always has surprises in store, especially in the depths of our oceans. A recent internet sensation featured a particularly strange marine worm caught by a fisherman, showcasing the bizarre and unfamiliar side of ocean life. The video begins with the cameraman's hand displaying the worm he just reeled in. At first glance, the worm appears to be a typical ribbon worm, but it takes a sudden twist when it exposes its insides from its front end. The remarkable part is what emerges. It seems to be a mouth of its own. While it might give off an alien-like vibe, it's actually a worm employing a unique feeding mechanism. This weird process involves the worm extending a part called a proboscis, essentially an appendage it uses for feeding. The protruding mouth-like structure serves the purpose of pulling in food. Though it's a natural behavior for the worm, it undeniably presents a crazy and weird way of eating that manages to both intrigue and gross out viewers simultaneously. nature's surprises truly never cease to amaze. A video surfaced on a Chinese content uploading platform, offering a glimpse of the eerie atmosphere on the roads at 1 in the morning. The footage combines views from 2 different traffic cameras situated across the city. Both cameras captured a mysterious, dark figure casually strolling along the road. This enigmatic entity appeared dark and transparent, with a distinctly humanoid outline. It moved in a manner reminiscent of a person, stepping in a humanoid posture and wandering aimlessly across the street. What makes this encounter more intriguing is that the same figure was recorded by another camera, displaying a similar outline and walking pattern. To me, this apparition resembled a wandering ghost or spirit. Given that it was spotted on 2 separate cameras, there's a possibility that this could be an authentic sighting of a ghost. However, it's essential to consider alternative explanations, such as potential camera malfunctions, or the chance that someone edited and added a computer-generated ghost in both frames. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Imagine yourself out fishing on a wonderfully serene day with clear skies and picturesque clouds. As you take in the beauty of the scene, you see this in the sky. Some fishermen off Key West have stumbled upon rare punch-hole clouds, creating an appearance that could easily be mistaken for some alien activity in the area. These punch holes present a captivating yet slightly eerie spectacle. Multiple formations of these clouds adorn the sky, leaving the recording fishermen understandably confused. The scene resembles something out of a doomsday apocalyptic event, adding an extra layer of intrigue. However, investigation revealed that these striking formations are not extraterrestrial in origin. Instead, they are a rare natural occurrence known as fall streak holes, also referred to as hole punch clouds. These formations occur when part of the cloud layer forms ice crystals large enough to fall as a fall streak. This phenomenon takes place in clouds containing supercooled water droplets, where the water is below 0 degrees Celsius, but hasn't frozen yet. Given their infrequency, it's no wonder that the fishermen and others witnessing such sights initially entertain thoughts of alien activity or some otherworldly event. Nature, as always, has its ways of surprising and captivating us. Trail cameras indeed offer a fascinating glimpse into places and moments that humans might not physically witness. However, sometimes the images they capture can be unsettling and raise many questions. In a video from a Canadian forest, recorded at 5 in the morning, the trail camera provides a view of the deep woods illuminated only by its flash. As the clip unfolds, a mysterious figure moves through the trees in the distant darkness. Unfortunately, the darkness prevents a clear view of the creature's appearance or even its outline. Nevertheless, the creature appears slender and quite tall. From my perspective, it seems like a humanoid creature, or more precisely, a human. The intriguing part, however, lies in questioning the presence of a person in the middle of the forest at such an early hour. In this video, a guy's filming on the beach, and he stumbles upon something that's straight up shocking. Right there on the sand, super close to where the waves are crashing in, is this massive crocodile head. But here's the wild part. There's no body, just the head. And it looks like it's been chopped clean off. The side of the head that's showing is huge, way bigger than you'd expect. I've got to say, it's pretty startling to see. You'd never expect to find a crocodile's head like this, especially at the beach by the ocean. Crocs don't hang out in the sea, right? So, it's got me scratching my head, wondering how it ended up there. Was it some kind of fierce fight out in the wild? Or something else? Honestly, I find it a bit creepy and sad too. It's not every day you see something like that, and it's a bit of a reality check about the wild stuff that happens in nature that we don't always see. In this video, we see it from the perspective of a man and his friend who have stumbled upon an intriguing tunnel in a wall late at night. Motivated by curiosity, they decide to investigate where this tunnel might lead. The friend leads the way with a flashlight, and the man with the camera follows into the narrow passage. As they progress further into the tunnel, they pause to scan the area with the flashlight. Suddenly, an unidentified, furry bipedal creature darts out from the depths of the tunnel towards them. The details are unclear due to the poor lighting, but it's evident that the animal is unlike any typical wildlife they've encountered before. Understandably alarmed, the two individuals make a quick and frantic retreat, managing to escape the tunnel. It's one of those encounters that's both thrilling and a little bit terrifying. It makes you wonder what's lurking in the shadows when we're not paying attention. Personally, I'm glad they got out okay, but part of me is super curious about what that creature was. In this intriguing video, a man is driving when he comes across a sight that is as baffling as it is fascinating. Captured from his car, the footage shows a small, thin figure making its way across the street. The figure has the shape and appearance of a human, but is remarkably miniature, standing at about 50 to 60 centimeters, or around 20 inches in height. It's clear from the video that this isn't a child. The proportions are all wrong. The figure is too slender, more akin to a miniature adult than anything else. It's as though an adult has been scaled down by some fantastical shrink machine. The existence of such a being on a regular street is a profound deviation from the ordinary and naturally raises a multitude of questions. Where did it come from? What is it exactly? The footage doesn't provide clear answers, but it does offer a glimpse into the extraordinary, challenging my perceptions of what is possible. Personally, I find the video intriguing, and I can't stop wondering if this is not just an edit. The video presents a tense, yet remarkable encounter on a forest path where a man finds himself in an incredibly delicate situation. Filmed by another individual from a safe distance, we observe the man standing motionless with his hands raised as he faces two bears. In this intense moment, one of the bears approaches the man, being curious. The bear moves in closer, seemingly trying to decipher what this human presence means within its natural habitat. The man, for his part, remains impressively composed, understanding that sudden movements could be interpreted as a threat by the wildlife before him. The bear's investigative sniffing is a critical moment of interaction between species, and the video cuts off, leaving the outcome unresolved. These kind of encounters freak me out. I am well aware of the possibility of encountering a bear while hiking, but I think that nothing can prepare you for the moment you meet these terrifying creatures while enjoying nature. I don't know how I would react. In this video, you're seeing something unusual and intriguing through what seems to be a microscope. There are two orange worm-like creatures arranged end-to-end in a circle. They're moving in a peculiar way, almost like the way our intestines move when they push food through our system. These creatures could be some type of small worms or another kind of microorganism using this movement to get around. What they're doing in that circle is a bit of a mystery. It could be part of their way of eating, moving, or something else we don't understand without more information. Personally, I find it fascinating to catch a glimpse of these tiny life forms. I am not sure what these creatures are, and I am very curious about it. If you know what could they be, write in the comments. The video showcases a series of intriguing photographs capturing the remains of an unusual animal found on an ocean shore. The visuals reveal an animal with fur, positioned belly up, displaying distinctive claws and fangs, a sight that certainly piques curiosity and perhaps a bit of mystery. From the images and the accompanying story, We learn that this peculiar find was made following a storm, suggesting that the turbulent weather may have played a role in bringing the creature to the shore. The mention of experts proposing that it could be a skunk adds an interesting twist to the tale. Skunks are not typically associated with oceanic environments, making this explanation both surprising and a topic of speculation. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. The video presents an unusual sight, filmed from the safety of a woman's home. She captures footage of a creature that defies easy categorization, appearing as a hybrid between a rat and a worm. This peculiar animal moves along the ground near a wall, showcasing characteristics that are both fascinating and a bit unsettling. With the body and movement reminiscent of a worm, combined with the tail of a rat, this creature presents a unique visual puzzle. Its size is notable too, measuring at least 15 centimeters or 6 inches in length and possessing a substantial thickness. The way it moves, akin to the undulating motion of a worm, adds to the intrigue surrounding its appearance. This video makes me very curious of what this creature can be. I am sure I have seen it around somewhere, but I can't remember where. The video captured by a surveillance camera inside a mosque presents a compelling and mysterious scene. It shows individuals dressed in white engaging in prayer or meditation, seated on their knees with their heads and bodies bowed in reverence. A humanoid shadow materializes suddenly, with no apparent source or explanation. This shadowy figure captures our attention as it moves with purpose across the room. Its destination seems to be the door, and as it reaches this threshold, the figure appears to dematerialize or vanish into thin air, leaving no trace of its presence. The appearance of such a figure makes me raise questions and speculations about its nature. One interpretation offered is that it could be a jinn, a being from Islamic mythology, known for its ability to shapeshift and appear in various forms, often invisible to the human eye. What do you think this could be? People have talked about goblins for a long time, often in stories and legends. After watching this video, some might start thinking that goblins could actually exist. The video was recorded by a biker wearing a GoPro camera on their helmet, giving us a special view. In the video, we follow the biker as they ride along a trail, their motorcycle making a loud noise. Out of nowhere, a small, naked, human-like figure appears in the distance. This creature notices the approaching biker and tries to hide in the nearby bushes. The biker, curious about this strange sight, stops the motorcycle and tries to see where this mysterious creature has gone. This little creature, with its small size, exposed skin, and odd look, does resemble what some people might call a goblin. But the big question is, why was this goblin-like creature in that place? Was it searching for hidden treasures, or did it have some other unsettling reason for being there? This video takes us to the Mojave Desert, where an oil field worker captured something unusual while on the job. While working at the site, the worker noticed movement in the distance that drew their attention. They quickly started recording and managed to capture a truly scary sight. In the video, we see a tall, humanoid figure slowly walking along a trail. The creature's gait is peculiar, and it appears to be hunched over. Its long, elongated hands are reminiscent of a Bigfoot. After a brief stroll, the mysterious being disappears behind a bush. Some viewers have speculated that it could be a skinwalker, but based on the creature's appearance, it seems more likely that it was a local forest-dwelling Bigfoot. Whatever it was, it undeniably presented a strange and mysterious sight. This video is like something from a nightmare. It was recorded by a security camera and shows a view of a house driveway. Right at the beginning of the video, a humanoid creature that walks on all fours comes into view as it approaches the house. As this creature gets closer to the camera, its appearance becomes clear. It is completely naked with a human-like body. At first glance, you might think it's just a person acting strangely. But the way this creature moves on all fours, hunched over, is incredibly unusual. It displays remarkable agility as it moves all around the house, coming into the view of multiple cameras. The motives of this eerie cryptid remain unknown, but I'm quite certain that they were far from friendly. Two friends were out for a night ride on their snowmobile in the Canadian wilderness, and they ended up having an unforgettable experience. This video, likely recorded with a GoPro or a mobile phone, shows their snowmobile traveling through the snowy forest. The light from their vehicle illuminates their path, and they have their loyal dog with them. They're having a good time, riding through the snow, when suddenly, their dog starts barking and acting anxious.
What are you barking at?
The friends are puzzled at first, trying to figure out what's bothering their dog. Then, out of the darkness, something truly eerie becomes visible. A tall, humanoid figure standing there. The friends quickly realize what their dog sensed, and they hit the gas, speeding away from this strange and scary encounter. This humanoid figure appeared to be skinny and exceptionally tall, just standing there, possibly waiting for who knows what. It was a truly chilling experience. This video, originating from Russia, showcases the sheer force of nature in action. Recorded by a mountain climber, the footage captures a distant mountain peak adorned with trees. What's particularly intriguing is that one of the trees starts moving in an unusual and unsettling manner, as if someone with immense strength is holding and swaying it on the peak. This peculiar straight-line movement suggests a powerful force at play, possibly a colossal, unidentified forest creature. While one plausible explanation could be a feller buncher, a heavy machinery used for cutting trees, the tree's eerie motion remains quite mysterious. Trail cameras are fantastic for capturing the unseen mysteries of the woods, but sometimes they reveal things we weren't meant to witness. In this nighttime trail camera footage, a group of deer stands attentively, clearly spooked by something lurking in the dark ahead. Suddenly, a shadowy figure emerges, its body reflecting the light from the trail camera. The deer remain on high alert, fixated on this mysterious presence. Just as swiftly as it appears, the shadowy creature vanishes into the darkness once more. This encounter was undeniably unsettling for these unsuspecting deer, and one can only hope they remained safe from this enigmatic entity. Have you ever heard of the creature known as Mothman? Mothman sightings were reported in the Point Pleasant area from 1966 to 1968, and newspapers were filled with accounts of these appearances. Mothman is a creature with a combination of humanoid and moth-like features, and its appearance can be quite scary and unsettling. But if you think you're safe now because the last sighting was in the 1960s, you might be mistaken. This video comes from Iran, where a villager investigates strange noises emanating from a nearby mountain. As he approaches with a flashlight, he spots a truly eerie figure resembling Mothman perched on the peak ahead. The creature has a red head and is enveloped in wings, and the reflection of its eyes in the flashlight's beam is particularly chilling. This video adds yet another mysterious creature to the list of things that give me the creeps. I don't understand why explorers often choose to explore the scariest and most dangerous places, and sometimes they do it at night. This video is from an abandoned property that an explorer decided to investigate. In this particular video, the explorer is exploring a cabin deep within the woods. As they venture inside, they suddenly hear a truly unsettling scream that seems to come straight out of a demon's nightmares. This blood-curdling scream startles the explorer, causing them to step back. After mustering up some courage, the explorer decides to record inside the cabin, and we catch a glimpse of the demon-like creature. It appears to be a small humanoid creature with naked skin, and it gives off a hostile and protective vibe. guarding its territory and warning the explorer to stay away. We should be grateful that the explorer heeded the demon's warning and didn't venture inside, as who knows what might have happened if they did. One of my biggest fears is strange occurrences in the sky, and this video is like a scene from a nightmare. Recorded in California, the video captures a bizarre, eerie noise emanating from the night sky.
What could be the cause of that?
The sound is deep, with an eerie echo, and it includes loud rumbling. Some viewers have suggested that it might be caused by heavy construction machinery, which could be a reasonable explanation. However, the sound seems to spread oddly in the open sky, making it challenging to pinpoint the source. Additionally, there are no visible structures in the video that could reflect the sound and create such noises. This noise was truly strange, and if it's a rare natural phenomenon, I hope someone can shed light on it by leaving a comment below so we can all learn more about it. Imagine you're in your apartment, fast asleep, and suddenly you hear strange noises coming from the roof. You decide to step outside to investigate, and to your surprise, you spot a creepy creature perched up there, staring right at you. In a video, we can see the creature on the roof of an apartment building. It's quite large, but it's hard to make out its appearance due to the darkness. This creature is fixedly gazing at the person recording the video. What's truly eerie about these encounters is that we have no idea what these creatures want or what their intentions might be. Hopefully, this creature was just curious about the weather up there and returned to wherever it came from. Calling all Bigfoot enthusiasts, this next clip hails straight from Osawatomie, Kansas. This video was captured by a local during his morning jog. The video offers a glimpse of distant fields, with a strange sight among them, where we can see a hairy humanoid figure casually strolling. This figure is covered in thick black fur, and its gait resembles that of a human. While some viewers are quick to dub it the legendary Bigfoot, I remain somewhat skeptical. To me, this being appears more like a human wearing a Bigfoot costume. The creature's height seems notably smaller than typical Bigfoot sightings, and the bagginess of the costume is evident in the video, giving it away. However, I must admit, if there's even a tiny chance that this could be genuine, maybe it's an old and worn-out Bigfoot, then it's certainly a fascinating discovery worth considering. Some people out there believe in the existence of aliens, claiming they might be lurking beneath the sea disguised as aquatic beings. I've always been skeptical, but videos like this one really make me question my doubts. In this footage from Kiowa Island, South Carolina, we witness a bizarre moment captured by a group of fishermen on their fishing expedition. As one of them records, another showcases a truly bizarre fish they've just reeled in. This fish is unlike anything they've encountered before, sporting a peculiar mouth like opening below its original head. Its body length and features are also far from the norm, but it's that unusual mouth that gives it an otherworldly appearance. With its gooey texture and an oddly shaped tail, it wouldn't be out of place in a sci-fi movie featuring extraterrestrial creatures. While it's possible that this fish is the product of some genetic mutation, mutations can sometimes yield eerie and unsettling results like this one. Now, the real question remains, will the fishermen decide to sell this mysterious catch at the market? Or will they make it disappear, never to be seen again? A trail camera set up to study the deer population in the Canadian woods captured a strange sight that has left researchers with more questions than answers. In the footage, recorded at night, the trail camera captures the tranquil beauty of the forest. However, suddenly there is a movement in the distant darkness, accompanied by a sudden burst of bright light. The deer grazing in the vicinity become startled by the passing of this mysterious entity and become more alert. Upon closer inspection of the footage, it becomes apparent that something out of the ordinary is afoot. Zooming in reveals the presence of a ghostly figure, seemingly carrying a light source, possibly a lantern, as it moves through the woods. Though the sighting is fleeting, it leaves an indelible impression on both the camera and the deer. Also, unlike some videos that could be attributed to computer-generated imagery, the genuine reaction of the deer adds credibility to the sighting. Incidents like these make me hesitant to venture into the forest for pending adventures, as the unknown can be both fascinating and unsettling. This video shared on Instagram serves as a chilling reminder of why late-night trips to the kitchen might not be the best idea, and why keeping a water bottle by your bedside is a wise move. Recorded by a nanny cam, the footage unveils a dimly lit kitchen. Suddenly the motion sensor light flickers on as the homeowner enters the room, but as the light illuminates the space, something eerie catches the eye. A head peeking through the partially opened door beside the fridge. Swiftly, the mysterious figure retreats into the shadows, seemingly unnoticed by the homeowner. Unaware of the presence lurking in her home, the homeowner proceeds with her task and closes the door before exiting the frame. It's a spine-tingling moment, realizing that someone or something was watching from the shadows without your knowledge. Describing the creature's appearance sends shivers down the spine. It certainly doesn't resemble anything human. With its alien-like facial features, characterized by large, hollow black eyes and pallid white skin, it's a sight straight out of a horror movie. After witnessing this unsettling encounter, I will keep a water bottle within arm's reach at all times, so I never have to face such an unnerving situation like that. A group of guys found something terrifying inside an abandoned house during the night. They seemed to be on the hunt for something, possibly curious or intrigued by the house's history, or rumors that it might be haunted.
Cover my back, alright.
As they explore, their suspicions seem to be confirmed in a startling way. Suddenly, a humanoid shape appears, emerging from behind one of the doors. The possibility that it might be a ghost seems to fit the eerie setting and the house's abandoned, mysterious nature. The video's blurriness makes it hard to see any clear details, adding to the spooky and uncertain atmosphere of the encounter. The appearance of this figure triggers immediate fear in the group. Their reaction is instinctive. They start to run, hurrying down the stairs in an attempt to leave the house as quickly as possible. I don't know how these people are so brave to go check this kind of places. I am terrified only by the idea of a ghost. I've always had a fear of dark corners and places, and whenever someone questions why, I show them this spine-chilling clip I stumbled upon on Instagram. Filmed in Bangalore, India, the video captures footage from a security camera. As it unfolds, a mysterious figure emerges from the darkness, seemingly trying to conceal itself from the camera's gaze. The figure, resembling a humanoid woman in a white dress, appears translucent, like a ghost or spirit. After lingering in the shadows for a while, the figure suddenly transforms into a flash of smoke and zooms skyward before the video cuts off. Witnessing a spirit materialize and ascend into the sky is undoubtedly a terrifying sight. However, some viewers who have already seen the video are skeptical, labeling it as fake. While I understand their doubts, there are aspects that make me question its authenticity. The transition as the figure ascends feels slightly off, but on the other hand, the seamless blending of the ghost with the background suggests it could be genuine. Regardless of its authenticity, this video gives me another reason for illumination in every corner of my home. After all, who knows what else lurks in the shadows? Home intrusion is already a chilling experience, but when it's perpetrated by someone who appears anything but human, the fear escalates to a whole new level. This video, shared as a YouTube short by a homeowner, recounts their spine-tingling encounter. After discovering their bathroom window mysteriously opened, the homeowner decided to review their security camera footage, and what they saw left them utterly shocked and terrified. In the footage, a strange humanoid creature can be seen attempting to gain entry through the window. The creature reaches its hand inside the window and begins to crawl in with its eerie gaze, scanning the surroundings. Its bizarre appearance, with rag-like textured skin and an unsettling face reminiscent of scarecrows made from old rags, is quite unsettling. Just as it's about to fully enter the room, the video abruptly enters the room. In the face of such a mysterious intruder, my advice would be to waste no time. It's better to err on the side of caution and ensure the safety of both oneself and one's property. Here's another video that reaffirms why cave exploring can be downright terrifying, especially for those with a faint heart like myself. Captured by a group of friends during their cave exploration expedition, this footage reveals a chilling sight: a massive bat-like creature hanging upside down from the cave ceiling. This creature is unlike any bat we've ever seen. Its size alone is enough to raise alarm bells. While the average bat typically measures no more than 6 to 7 inches, the one in the video appears to be a staggering 4 to 5 feet in length. While it's possible that the camera's zoom feature may be distorting the creature's size, casting it in a larger-than-life light, the thought of a human-sized vampire bat lurking in the shadows is enough to send shivers down the spine. Just imagine the horror if this creature were to awaken from its sleep and launch an attack on these unsuspecting cave explorers. The mere thought is enough to instill fear in even the bravest of us. If the sight of worms makes your skin crawl, I'd advise you to skip ahead. But if you're unfazed, brace yourself for what's to come. What you just witnessed isn't a scene from a zombie movie, but rather a real-life video captured in Hyderabad, India, showcasing a swarm of millipedes in action. In the footage, thousands of millipedes can be seen crawling over one another, moving swiftly and seemingly in unison towards their destination. The sheer number of them is enough to give anyone the creeps, as they resemble a disgusting mass of worms. But why are these millipedes out in action, terrorizing people? These particular millipedes, known as Streptogonopus, engage in mass mating rituals at the onset of the monsoon season. After mating and laying their eggs, the adults perish, leaving behind swarms of larvae that move in synchronized motion, as seen in the video. Even more intriguing is their resilience. If disturbed, they simply regroup and continue their collective journey. While some may find them fascinating, others, like myself, wouldn't hesitate to burn them all if they came close to our property. This video takes us on a spine-chilling journey deep into the roads of the Indonesian forest region. Captured by a car's dash cam during the eerie silence of the night, The footage reveals a disturbing encounter on a desolate forest road. In the video, a car comes face to face with a figure sitting ominously in the middle of the road. With long hair obscuring its features, the figure appears to be a woman. But that's not the only unsettling aspect. Suddenly, the woman stands up from the ground and begins to walk backward toward the car. The unnatural look of her backward walk is truly chilling, prompting the driver to reverse the car in fear. After a haunting stroll, the woman ventures into the bushes on the roadside. While the scene is undeniably terrifying, I am a bit skeptical about it. Could this be a drunk or drugged individual lost in a nightmarish state? Or perhaps the video is cleverly reversed, manufactured for attention or promotion. Have you ever looked up at the sky and seen something so strange that thoughts of doomsday crossed your mind? This breathtaking footage, captured at Navarre Beach, showcases a truly mesmerizing and somewhat ominous sight. A weird cloud formation looming ominously overhead. Stretching across the entire expanse of the sky, these swirling clouds evoke a sense of terror, reminiscent of scenes from doomsday prophecies. Yet, amidst the onlooker's awe and apprehension, one can't help but marvel at the sheer spectacle unfolding before them. These captivating clouds, known as shelf clouds or Arcus clouds, are a rare phenomenon associated with powerful storm systems. Formed through the condensation of water vapor in the atmosphere, these clouds take on a distinctive appearance, characterized by their swirling waves and dramatic presence. As they traverse the sky, their shape may shift and evolve, influenced by varying wind directions above and below. Despite their eerie resemblance to scenes from otherworldly landscapes depicted in movies, these clouds serve as a reminder of nature's immense power and beauty. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Ever thought you were lucky? Well, you've got nothing on this guy. This video was taken by a hiker out for a morning stroll in the Australian woods. Hearing the rare clucking of birds, the hiker began recording, hoping to catch a glimpse of the source. Out of nowhere, a tiger comes charging towards the hiker at lightning speed. Panic sets in, and he can't help but scream in terror as the massive predator hurtles past him, mere inches away. Fortunately, luck was on hiker's side today. The tiger, perhaps preoccupied with other matters or simply uninterested in a confrontation, pays him no mind and continues on its way, disappearing into the dense foliage as quickly as it appeared. Watching the footage back, you realize just how close the hiker was to death. The tiger's lightning-fast speed leaves us in awe, realizing that had it chosen to attack, there would have been little chance of escape. In this video, from a motion-activated trail camera in Canada's wood buffalo forest, we're presented with a scene straight out of a monster movie. The camera captures a colossal creature striding past it in the dead of night. This being is humanoid in shape, but its body is adorned with a bizarre leaf-like texture, giving it an otherworldly appearance. It's got this hefty build, with a massive midsection and these crazy long arms. Speculation runs wild among viewers who have laid eyes on this footage. Some suggest it could be the elusive Bigfoot, although its distinct features deviate from the typical description associated with the legendary creature. Whatever it may be, one thing is certain. This creature is like nothing we've encountered before. The mystery surrounding this creature makes the video pretty chilling. As someone who loves hitting the trails myself, it's definitely got me thinking twice about what else might be out there. This next clip is one of those that's hard to believe is real, because if it is, it's over for us. Recorded on a nanny camera, this video captures something straight out of a horror movie. As it begins, a creepy doll-like figure emerges from one room, moves eerily into another, and then the footage abruptly ends. Everything about this figure is unsettling and terrifying. Its distorted body, with its thin, bent legs and dented torso, gives off an aura of pure dread. The way it moves is chilling, sending shivers down your spine. According to the captions accompanying the video, this figure was once just a harmless doll kept in the room. But who in their right mind would own such a terrifying and unsettling doll like this? It's almost as if some mischievous spirit or ghost is behind this unnerving display. Imagine stepping outside at night to investigate strange noises, only to be confronted by a demon. This video, straight out of the United Arab Emirates, captures what some viewers claim to be a demon creature. And let me tell you, it's nothing short of unsettling. Perched atop a wall is this massive black-furred creature that initially appears gorilla-like. But as the footage unfolds, it becomes clear that this is no ordinary ape. It's got a face straight out of nightmares, demonic and sinister, with long claws and devilish horns. The way it bares its teeth and locks eyes with the camera sends shivers down your spine. Now, some skeptics might say, hoax, and suggest it's just someone in a demon costume. But the sheer terror in the cameraman's voice and the genuine fear in the air, it's enough to make you wonder if there's more to this than meets the eye. Whether real or not, it's certainly enough to make you think twice about venturing out into the night. A couple returns from vacation, immediately sells their house, and buys another one, all because of what they saw in this video. In this intriguing video, we witness a dining room with a staircase adjacent to the dining table. Gradually, a mysterious figure seems to appear on top of the staircase and start to descend. The figure appears smoky and translucent, with its humanoid form taking deliberate steps downward. What's striking is that no one was home at the time. The couple had been away on vacation, so if it wasn't a human figure, then who or what was it? Judging by the transparency and smoky appearance, it seems like some sort of ghost or spirit, you know. The kind that tends to stir up trouble when they think nobody's around. Luckily, thanks to modern camera tech, we can capture moments like this and get a glimpse into the paranormal. Ever come across the infinite water glitch in the Matrix? Well, get ready for a mind-bending sight. This video hails from Australia and showcases a tree seemingly sprouting a continuous stream of water, like it's tapped into an infinite supply. Some viewers are calling it a miracle, while others are throwing around the word paranormal. However, before we dive into conspiracy theories, there's actually a pretty logical explanation for this phenomenon. You see, sometimes hollow trees can act like natural water storage tanks, especially after a good rain. When they fill up, they can release water in a steady stream like this. And if you take a peek in the background, you'll notice the puddles of water on the ground, likely from recent rainfall that filled up the tree. Sure, it might not be as mysterious as it first seems, but the idea of these water-storing trees is still pretty fascinating, don't you think? This next clip from Pakistan has viewers buzzing about a possible sighting of a jinn. In this security camera footage, we see a street scene, but there's something unusual. A mysterious figure that appears to be floating. Its presence is unsettling as it glides close to the camera, draped in what looks like a cape. Strangely, it only seems to have one leg, while the rest of its body hovers above the ground. It's reminiscent of the white version of the Grim Reaper. But here's where things get even weirder. After floating around for a bit, this figure starts to vanish into thin air, leaving us in shock and awe. Now, appearance-wise, this entity bears a striking resemblance to a jinn, mythical creatures known in pre-Islamic Arabian culture. Like humans, jinn are said to coexist with us, and this video seems to capture a glimpse of one. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.